a weekly breakdown. Woo! Number 73.
Yeah.
Happens every time. You're always like, woo! And then,
Yeah.
woo!
Yeah. Yeah.
You're so excited.
It's my thing. It's my shtick. I gotta keep to it. It's my shtick.
Yeah.
You can do something with your shtick. And my shtick.
Oh, wait. Alright. Let's dock. Let's do it.
Weekly docking
Where
review.
you guys-
Weekly docking reviews.
that wouldn't work if both you guys are circumcised.
I guess, right?
Depends on what we're docking with. Could dock my shtick with his mouth hole.
No.
You have to say it like that. With that, like, fucking accent.
Yep.
You sound like it was already in there. Like,
I just noticed you have some fucking slick looking hair right now, bro. I like it. I like your hair.
Your
Oh,
haircut.
I was just wearing a hat earlier. That's my
really?
secret.
It looks fucking.
fucking hat. Yeah.
It looks gorgeous.
I need to shave it all off.
If only you could get up close and personal
Sinead
with Sam's
O'Connor
hair.
again.
Yeah.
I think we should all just shave our heads, including Keith.
alright, let's do it.
Like bald?
Yeah, just get rid of it all.
I don't know if I go bald. I don't know if I go that far. I'll get rid of it, but I don't know if I'll go bald. I don't know if I'd look right. I'd look fucking weird.
Dude, I haven't seen you with like short hair in so many fucking years.
It's probably
It would be weird enough now.
It's like 6 or 7 years now. I don't know. Something like that.
Yeah.
Got it all caught up.
Anyway.
Yeah. We're going to be talking about Rogue One, Star Wars story, because the trailer dropped. And we like Star Wars, so talk about that. Talk about Gears of War 4, Doom, Final Fantasy VII, Lacuna Coil.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd they do?
They
I guess we'll talk about it later.
Oh.
Wait. Yeah, I didn't know them.
Yeah.
I forgot about them.
Check out our track review.
Apparently
That
put out
literally-
music.
Well, it is
Is going
Going
up
up.
as we record this.
as we record this.
The Daytona 500 track?
Yeah. We should start reviewing NASCAR tracks.
Yeah.
Just NASCAR
Yeah.
tracks.
Just
not,
NASCAR
not,
tracks.
Not music, not anything else.
not any other racing track either.
I actually
Just-
called it the
just
Daytona
NASCAR. 500.
500 this time.
Yeah, you
Instead
did.
of the NASCAR 500.
NASCAR 500. Oh, man. Anyways, let's dive in. Rogue One, a Star Wars story. So the trailer dropped. You can watch it right now. It's kind of they call it a teaser trailer. It's a fucking trailer. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. And this movie is basically set between episodes 3 and 4, with the lead up to the Rebels getting the Death Star plans. So this will tell that story and how they got it and how they just knew how to blow up the Death Star in A New Hope.
I mean, there was a pretty significant period of time between episode 3 and episode 4. So
Isn't it like 20? It's basically
18
20 years.
It's like 18 years.
A lot of years.
A lot of years. Just a lot of them.
It's like 18, 20 years, yeah.
Yeah,
So this could be like, there's a lot of stuff that could be going on. There's a lot of stuff that could be happening at this time.
It's interesting to see normal people in a Star Wars movie for once, in the sense that it's always behind somebody like a Jedi who's familiar with the Force, or somebody where it's now, at least as far as we know, it's just regular old people. So it kind of makes it more, almost more compelling, especially if, I mean, since the movie's basically ending almost right as the fourth movie kind of begins, I wonder if there'll be like a brief thing where like Darth Vader shows up at the end, and that would be cool. Like, again, Darth Vader, he kind of he fights
It's
Jedi,
possible.
whereas now it's like other people. I mean, they won't have James Earl Jones doing the voice, but I mean,
The there's one scene in the trailer where there's like someone in a black cape and they're like kneeling in front of like the guards
yeah,
and stuff, and at the end you hear Darth Vader's breathing.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's. I mean, it could be him, maybe. I mean, he's never really
He
worn a
shows up
hood.
at the last second and he says no.
No.
Just stop.
They stole the plans.
Just stop. You're right.
It's almost like if Sean Connery played Darth Vader.
You stole the plans. We have to stop this now.
The main character is Jyn Erso, right?
Something like that.
Another female
Um,
main character.
Yeah, played by Felicity Jones.
No, that's the same chick who played
Now-
Felicia Hardy in The Amazing Spider-Man too.
Yes.
Oh. I didn't know that's who that was. Awesome. Good for her.
There's a whole hubbub around. It's another fucking female lead character,
That's
and a
cool
lot
to
of
me,
people
though.
are pissed
I'm
off.
fine with that.
How? What do you guys make of all that?
I'm absolutely fine with that because, like,
Kind of his story.
Star Wars kind of was like the first, in terms of like film and cinema history. Like, Star Wars was the first like franchise to have like a strong female lead.
They did have
Maybe a
that,
franchise, but in terms of movies, that's not true.
but then the other thing you have to think of, at least when you look at the originals and the prequels, there's not really anybody else besides Leia or Padme.
Yeah,
And even then, in a lot of ways, they're not
they're
not the
still secondary
forefront.
characters.
So it's like
yeah,
Star Wars hasn't had a history of having a lot of. I mean, yeah, they've had these. Well, maybe not Padme,
yeah.
but Leia is a very strong female character. Now they're having a female lead. I'm perfectly okay with it. I honestly hope they don't go the route of making her like Rey's mother in the long run, which is a theory that's floating around. I'm not.
I mean, I just came up with that theory like 5 minutes ago.
Well, I've seen it on the internet all over the place.
That wouldn't work, would it? Because you'd have to be really old in the time.
No,
from
it could
the
be
first-
like some. No,
in
it
the
could be
time
some
from-
sort of ancestor of Rey.
Well, in like the time from when that would happen, if they seal the plans all throughout the original bit of it, and then the 30 years in between.
Yeah,
she would
he
be
has
like,
a point.
and she would have to be like what, 20 or 30 by then, maybe. So she'd be like
But yeah, well, like
60 years old.
well, like the
Not a lot
theory
of
is
people
with
have
that.
children when they're 60.
Well, like the whole theory with that is that it's
Yeah.
it's Luke's her father, and then this is the mother. That's what the theory that I read. Which then it happens, probably 10 years after the events of Jedi,
What if
which
she
would
dies
be.
in the movie?
I mean, who knows? But that's the thing. Again, it's just the theories that are floating.
That
around,
would be
so.
nice. Like, I'm not gonna lie, for like Star Wars, you'd be like, oh, let's kill someone. Like, what if Luke died? Like, besides Hans, and it is Hans.
Han.
That's the only like person they've killed, and it's like, like Luke, like Anakin died. He didn't die, but he got all messed up and everything, and
then died.
Obi-Wan died, but he was very much like a secondary character. For them to
Qui-Gon
kill like a
died.
main character would be pretty cool.
Jar
Yeah.
Jar should have died.
Yeah, I agree.
Fett
Killing off a
died.
main character would be cool. Because then that might actually even work better. Because then it's like,
Because
that's what leads him to where the Leia is. And
it just
whatnot.
Biggs
wouldn't feel
died.
right for them to like send someone in on this big mission to get the plans to blow up the Death Star, and then they survive and everything's like all happy. I feel like it would be much more of a better tale to have this person give their life for the purpose of this. I feel like that would make it that much stronger, and I don't know. It's just
We'll have
another
to
one
see.
of those things of movies just not killing people, and it kind of, I don't want to say it cheapens the ending, but it makes it that it's like, well, everyone lives,
Well,
no one dies.
that's
If someone gives their life for something, doesn't happen in movies enough.
that's the benefit of this movie, because it's not a main series Star Wars movie.
Yeah,
So they don't
exactly.
have to kind of hold themselves to, well, the good guys have to win. I mean, you know how the movie's gonna end.
But here's
But
the
it's like-
Rogue 2. You gotta think of Rogue 2. And how it fits into the Rogue cinematic universe. Because everything is a cinematic universe now.
They're gonna steal the plans for Starkiller Base, and then it's all gonna come together for a prequel. It's gonna bridge the sequel and the original trilogy.
Yeah.
Boom, done.
Rogue
Got
two.
it. Hire me, Disney. Do it.
Wow. That's all I have to say to that.
Yeah. Jar Jar Binks is a Sith.
That
Sure.
was
He's,
supposed to be an idea,
he's,
actually.
In this
He's
movie.
the other guy. He's
The
Snoke.
other guys.
Snoke.
It's like Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell show up in this movie.
This isn't Daddy's home.
God damn it.
Ah.
Anyway.
I never liked the movie The Other Guys. I just never thought it was all that funny. But
Which one? Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah.
exactly. What do you think? Never mind.
That's my answer.
Yeah, what do you think? I'm just gonna interrupt you. What do you think? I'll tell you what you think. Go ahead.
I think on the topic of the whole, like, oh, it's another female lead, like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Here's my whole thing with that, with gender diversity, racial diversity and stuff in entertainment in movies and games, TV, whatever you want to fucking put it. If you write your story and you go, I think the lead should be a female, it will make this story better. Fucking go for it.
Exactly.
If you write your story and you have a white male protagonist and some fucking executive or somebody comes in and says, we have to get more gender diversity in here, that's where I think you cross the line.
Yeah.
And that's where it's fucked up. Like, I do not care. Like, it's about the story and the fact that they have a female lead, and hopefully they wrote it that way, and hopefully it won't feel shoehorned in. I doubt it will, but who cares? Like, if it's fucking cool, it's cool. But, you know, if it feels weird or they changed it, then that's where I'm kind of like, you know, just do what you want. But I'm all for, like, you know, representation and all that stuff and
It's
equality.
gotta make sense.
It's just, yeah, it just has to make sense.
No, all white men.
Yeah.
Well, here's the
Fuck
thing,
off.
like, to kind of segue off of that, it's still in the area of movies, but there's talk of the next James Bond being portrayed by a black actor, whereas James Bond has typically always been white.
That's fine. Like,
And is written in the books by Sir Ian Fleming as a white male.
Well, they're gonna have to
So,
find a
like-
black guy in the UK first. There's not a lot of
It's a
racial
lot more
diversity
common
in
than you
Europe.
think, Sam.
Comparatively,
it's a lot
not
more
as much
common than you
racial
think.
diversity.
But, I mean, I think the trailer...
Look at John Boyega. He's from the UK.
Is he?
Because everyone in
most of
Star
the
Wars
actors
has
in
to
the
be in a
movie
new
are-
movie now.
He did not sound... I know a lot of them can pull off, like, an American accent pretty well, but I did not think he was American, or UK
Daisy
at
Ridley
all.
was.
Oh, no, she is.
Wait,
But
that's-
she
wait.
sounds like
She
it.
sounds perfect.
He
like-
does not in that movie.
Adam Driver looks like he should have a part on Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I
like
think he
Jon
would have been a
Snow.
very good Theon Greyjoy.
Yeah, he looks like fucking Jon Snow.
Harrison Ford is Chinese.
yeah,
Didn't know that, did you?
No, did not. I think the trailer was cool, though. I think, you know, it wasn't a whole lot there, but
I think
I think there's a lot that
You were gonna say
Could
yeah.
happen.
No, that was one of the points I was going to make, was that it's kind of in the same vein of Episode 7. You're not
Yeah.
really seeing too much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
But the only thing that I could see as maybe being fan service and the whole thing was that shot of I'm assuming I assume it's the rebels running towards the walkers, and the walkers are firing at them. Like, that was a cool shot.
Yeah, and you know, every character they showed in the trailer was like a new character. Like, none of them looked familiar at all.
Yeah, these
And
are all entirely new
I-
characters.
I'm actually
Except for the one woman. Well, I know who the one woman in white was, but
She was supposed to be in Episode 3, wasn't she?
no, that's Mon Mothma. She's
Oh.
she was in Episode 3 and actually the original trilogy as well.
Oh.
She's one of the main minds behind the Rebel Alliance.
Yeah, cool. I think, though, I'm just so excited that it's a totally different movie, a totally different plot. Well, in ways, it's not
Yeah.
a continuation of the story that we know. It might not have characters that we know. It builds out the Star Wars universe. That shit is so fucking exciting to me. Like, I love that they're building out.
And honestly, it's
These
very
separate
important
movies.
important right now too, because they said the books are no longer canon. So you need to re-expand your universe again.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love it.
One thing I didn't like about the trailer, I can't say that I hated it, but one thing that just kind of bothered me a little bit was that alarm thing that they ripped
Yeah.
off from Prometheus, who got it from Alien, because Prometheus is they didn't
prequel
they
to
can't rip
Alien.
it off from Alien because they're in that franchise, but I'm they took that straight from I don't know, something else.
Yeah.
And that was the only
What?
thing that I was like,
One small thing that I loved is the fucking music in the trailer, the
Yeah.
keyboard background. It's just the subtle, that do.
and they kind of
awesome.
if you look at that, they kind of, not that Jurassic World was the first to do that, but they did it. They were a high profile franchise that
Use
did
piano
like
music in the background.
they did piano of the Jurassic Park theme in the
Yeah.
Jurassic World trailers.
That's happening everywhere now. That was another movie that did that recently. I don't remember what it was. It was like a third movie that
Yeah.
did something like that. And I was
Yeah.
like,
And also, to me, Episode 7 looked really good because it was, for the most part, realistic.
Very
with
it was
real
practical
scenes,
effects,
practical
yes.
effects, all that stuff, like the original trilogy. And I'm glad that they're totally continuing with that.
It
I think
just-
they will
it
with
looks
every
better.
movie. It just looks so
better.
good. Yeah. I love
If you can pull it off realistically, if you're a filmmaker or an aspiring filmmaker somehow watching this, if you can pull it off realistically, do it. Like, it just all around looks better than CGIing the crap out of your film. Like the prequel movies, which are fucking garbage. Because everything in that movie, or those movies, is CGI. Everything.
Yeah.
That's why the Lord of the Rings looks so good. Because, like, everything you see outdoors was an outdoor shot. Like, that is New Zealand. And it's, like, utmost perfect, like, places.
Yeah.
Always go
Ghostbusters.
Man of Steel.
Realistic environment.
Batman v Superman.
Realistic environment.
No, I'm just saying Ghostbusters. It had a better trailer than
Oh,
this.
yeah, definitely. Trailer
Ghostbusters,
of the
best
year.
trailer of all time.
How much, this movie's not going to make as much as fucking episode 7.
No.
There's no way. But how, like, do you think this will be, because I was thinking about
It's
this.
going
I
to
was
do
thinking
fairly
about
well
this.
in the box office.
I was looking at, like, this year and, like, what movie could be the best, highest grossing movie? Because there is no major Star Wars movie. There's no, like, Transformers or whatever. I know Marvel, Captain America will do really good, but, like, do you think this could be the best grossing movie of the year? Do you think
Avatar
it'll do
2
good?
isn't happening till, like, not next year, right?
They don't even, they delayed it.
Okay.
This will
I
be.
don't know.
Excuse me. This will probably be.
Top 3.
I want to say top 5.
Think it'll break $1 billion?
I think definitely, like, breaking $1 billion is definitely possible. It's got the Star Wars name.
I think
It's got the Star Wars hype train behind it right now.
Yeah.
I think it'll break $1 billion. I think it'll just still be. I think it might break top 5. It'll definitely be top 10.
I think it'll get damn close. I don't think it'll actually break $1 billion, but I think it'll probably get up in like the 900 million era. That's my thing. Because I think it's good, but it's, it's not exactly what people were looking for, if you know what I mean, in some ways.
Yeah.
So, I think that probably if I had to pick 2 movies that would probably do better, it'd be probably X-Men and Cap will probably outsell it.
I don't think X-Men. I think Captain America, and I think possibly Finding Dory.
Oh, fuck right. Finding Dory. Yeah.
That's why I said it might break. It'll definitely be top 10. It might break top 5.
I think it'll be top 3. Yeah, that's my vote. Who knows? It could be surprising. It could be like awesome. It's going to spiral, and then people find out that it's really good, and everybody goes sees it, and then everybody watches it like 4 or 5 times. Like
Well, yeah.
like everybody did with The Force Awakens.
Actually, yeah. Because when I saw the other day, it was my 5th time seeing it in a theater.
Yeah. Ah, fuck me.
I'm just looking at something quick. Any last thoughts on this shit?
Nah.
Guys, super stoked.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah,
I'm stoked. I wouldn't say super stoked, but I'm definitely stoked to see something different in the Star Wars universe.
I'm super stoked. This is again because it's something different.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a lot of the same reasons that like Sam mentioned earlier is that that we both said is like it's not part of the main story, so there's kind of no shackles that it has to like hold itself to. So it should be good, hopefully.
To some extent.
I mean, it's gonna. I mean, you know where it's gonna go, but like you said, it could get dark.
There's no
Possibly.
there's not going to be too much.
Well, they're in space.
There's not going to be too much unnecessary fan service. I don't think.
Depends if there's not too many stars in this war. If there's a lot of stars, then it's going to get pretty bright. I don't know. I don't know if it'll break $1 billion. I don't know. It's a different movie. It really seems like the more people know about or enjoy Star Wars, the more likely they would be to see this movie. But then people outside of that would see it just as like a movie. And it kind of reminds me of like it fits in with like a war movie, but then it's kind of not really. Like it seems to be a balance between like not like Saving Private Ryan. Like, not, if it was like a full-on war movie, it could be that, but it's not. It's somewhere between that and like sci-fi. So I don't know. Like, if I would say if it went to places that like Saving Private Ryan could go, or has gone, it could be a very good movie. Otherwise, I see it being like an enjoyable movie.
I think it was this movie that somebody said that Saving Private Ryan was actually a big influence on how they directed it. It was either that or there was another movie that came out recently that had that. But
because like either if they want to go like full sci-fi, I think like 2001 is like what you want to shoot for in terms of being science fiction and being out there in being like true sci-fi, and then Saving Private Ryan would be like true war movie, and it's somewhere. It's not weird enough to be sci-fi. It's more on the side of war movie, I think, with, you know,
in space.
I don't know. It's who knows. I heard they could be doing another Spaceballs.
They had posters up in the New York subway. I don't know if it's actually going to happen though.
Maybe.
Because John Candy is dead.
Yeah. So
They eat too much candy.
That's sad because he died of a heart attack.
Yeah, that's.
I shouldn't have said it. I was looking up. I was curious. The Avengers made $1.4 billion. And I was just curious if it made that much. That's worldwide.
That's nothing. That couldn't feed people.
Which, it's insane that amount there is only good enough for fourth place in 2015. Star Wars made $2.63 billion.
let me guess.
In 2 weeks. Or less than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's what? What are number 2 and 3? Is that like
2 is Jurassic World, 1.67 billion. Furious 7,
Furious 7?
1.5.
It's still double.
Really?
It's still double what came in second place.
1.56 billion for Furious.
Get
7.
on that Paul Walker death hype.
Yeah. Then Minions made 1.1 billion. Then
That's Disney, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Minions, that's DreamWorks.
DreamWorks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then Spectre, 880 million. Inside Out, 856 million.
Was that
Pixar.
That's
That's
Disney?
Pixar.
Okay. Then that kind of like guarantees that, like, you
Disney-
know,
any
just the
Disney
fact that it's a
Pixar
Star Wars
movie-
movie that it's going to do well because it has Disney behind it and that advertising and that money and that sort of.
Well,
It's like no matter how bad a video game is, EA can still find a way to sell it. You know what I mean?
Activision can still find a way to fucking sell it.
just to round
You said
out
that about a lot of
the,
developers. Ubisoft will find a way to sell it.
Yeah.
just to round out the top 10 really quick. Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, number 8, 682 million. The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2, 653 million. And The Martian at 630. I know this is like really old shit. Well, not super old, but
At the Golden
we
Globes,
never-
that was nominated for Best Comedy. The Martian.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Number 11, though, 50 Shades of Grey made $571 million. What?
No, I could see that.
Ant-Man.
And book hype.
Ant-Man was number 13 with 519. The Revenant was 14 with 514 million.
That's for 2015?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I mean, that movie was out for like what? All of
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
not that long? Like, I didn't think
It came out 2016 in the US, so I don't know. Maybe this stops some part in 2016.
It goes up until like the final. It's like the year up until the Grammys is kind of when the year ends because Revenant was nominated. It's like everything up until
Okay.
like
makes
that
sense.
sort of. That's the year for them. Because they're Hollywood. They don't follow the normal regular people year. They follow their own special movie year
Yeah.
with their billions of dollars.
You mean like video games go from April to April?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's like the fiscal year.
And quickly.
That was nice.
Worldwide, Batman v Superman's only at 723 million.
It's like what?
The number 1 movie Zootopia at 808 million. Then Deadpool, 753.
Deadpool's still going strong.
Number 3, Batman v Superman. Number 4, The Mermaid, 552. I never heard of that movie.
Didn't nope.
Is that like a remake of the Disney years?
No, they are making
Not
a
sure.
remake of it though.
The Mermaid. Huh.
Universal's
And-
doing it.
Number 5, Kung Fu Panda 3,
Did you say Kung Fu?
I did.
I heard Kung Fu.
Kung Fu Panda.
I heard
Kung
Kung
Fu
Fu.
Panda.
466.
The old Kung Fu
Kind
Panda.
of interesting. Anyways, we should fucking
Let's see that.
move
Actually,
on.
move on.
We should
Yeah.
talk about other things. I mean, we could easily
We
just
can
do
talk
Star
about
Wars, but
forever.
for the rest of this fucking video. But
Yeah.
there are other things that need to be talked about.
I'm sure we'll be talking about this movie a lot.
We can talk about this movie. I'm gonna guess probably at the very least once a month for like the rest of the
Wouldn't
year.
surprise me. Gears of War 4,
Gears of War.
probably the... Apparently, really quick. Apparently, I was listening to the special edition of the Game Informer show.
Mhm.
They interviewed Rod Ferguson.
Who?
Rod Ferguson.
He's
He's
the
the
NASCAR driver.
no. He's the like creative director head of
Okay.
Coalition.
the coalition.
The head of the
Coalition.
Phoenix.
Apparently, one of the pitches before that E3 demo last year to title Gears of War 4 was Gears 4 with 4 replacing the E or the A. I forget which one he said. And it just said Gears and had the 4.
Oh, probably the A.
Yeah, probably the A.
And he said he was like, absolutely not. And he shot that down like fucking
Good for him.
quickly.
It should have been Gears of 4.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just take it. That's even worse. Just take that a step further. Like he's like, this isn't bad enough. Boom, Gears of 4.
Didn't Fantastic Four do that?
Yep.
Like they put the 4. Okay.
Fan force
That,
stick.
he related it to that. He said,
Fan force stick.
well, look at Fantastic Four and look how well that turned out.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Look at how Fan force stick went.
Gears of War 4 though comes out October 11th
Cool.
on the Xbox
Cool.
One.
Isn't
Excited.
the beta's next week?
Yes, April 18th to May 1st is the beta. April 18th if you've played Gears of War Ultimate Edition. April 25th if you haven't.
Cool.
Um,
I'm excited.
They also showed off the box art, and the box art's interesting. It looks really cool. It has all 3 of the main characters, and in the upper left corner is a big statue of Marcus Phoenix. Which
Is that a
It's
character
interesting.
in the game?
he was the main character of the original trilogy.
Okay.
Yeah.
3-player co-op confirmed.
He's also the main character's father.
Yeah, in Gears of War 4, you play JD Phoenix, which is his son.
It'd be funny if this game was only 3-player co-op.
I think it might
Just-
be actually.
Just to
it's-
piss people off.
Too.
It's
Oh,
2?
only 2.
That's okay.
So yeah, the fall is shaping up. We have Final Fantasy 15, September
Gears?
30th, and then October 11th, Gears of War.
And then
4.
then there's the obvious ones that'll come out, but
Call
Yeah.
of Duty and
I feel. I mean, who knows what's going to come around it?
Madden.
But
that's August.
I feel this could be a pretty good release date because you're getting out before like Call of Duty and all that shit,
Yeah.
and it just seems like a good time. I was honestly expecting it to be November, which makes me wonder
I was
what
honestly thinking September.
because Microsoft in the fall, usually the last like 3 months, they have like one exclusive per month. So, what's going to be in November? Sea
It's
of
not,
Thieves?
yeah, it's
Are
not
they-
going to be scale bound.
Are
Yeah,
they
it won't
on?
be scale-bound.
Would they be on to like Forza 7 at this point, or what would they be on to? Or is it be
Forza
Horizon?
Gears
Horizon
of
3.
Forza.
Forza Horizon 3,
Yeah.
but that'll probably come out in September. Those
Awesome.
games usually come
So
out
then
in
probably
September.
November. I don't
Spyro.
know.
Spyro.
That
Sea of
fucking.
Thieves or Crackdown 3.
Spyro.
Actually, no, never mind. That's Activision. I was gonna say that fucking Crash Bandicoot rumor.
Call it
that's
Spyro.
that's fucking floating around everywhere now.
Ghost?
Xbox exclusive.
Speaking of floating around, Call of Duty Ghost, too.
Yeah,
That could be it.
that would be great. So,
Xbox. They make 2 Call of Duty games, one so they can make one for Xbox, and then you can't,
Yeah.
nobody else can play.
I had this idea the other day. What if, like, an RPG... Like, it would be a lot of money, but what if, like, an RPG, like, I don't know. I was thinking because of all the different endings of, like, Dragon Age Inquisition, what if they put out multiple games to, like, focus on each ending and it branches out from there? What if they did that? That would be really interesting. Like, okay, I ended the game this way, so I'm going to get Dragon Age, I don't know, let's say, like, Blue or something, and then that's going to, like, take that ending and explore that so much more instead of, like, having to fit in the confines of one game. That could be
that would be a
interesting.
fucking very expensive video game.
Yeah.
But it would be very cool.
That would be hell.
Yeah.
That'd be
to
a
make
dream.
game for.
Yeah.
For game developers, that would be hell.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'm excited for the beta. I'm super excited for this game. I'm just excited to have Gears of War back. It'll be awesome. So, moving on. Speaking of more betas, Doom is getting an open beta April 15th to 18th. It's basically the exact same as the closed beta.
Just now,
So that
everybody.
Just open.
Yeah.
They
And
took it
also,
and they opened it. Exactly.
That's all systems, right?
yes. Also, they detailed the season pass.
Oh, now.
God bless.
Thank you.
In the Doom season pass is $39.99.
$40.
Okay, so that's cheaper than normal.
You get 3 map packs.
How many maps in each?
Each pack, or at least the first one, will include 3 maps, 1 new weapon, 1 new playable demon, 1 new armor set, 1 new piece of equipment, and new hack modules and customization items, taunts, colors, and patterns.
Yeah, that might be.
For $15.
I didn't know you could play as a demon. Or, like,
Maybe?
different
Yeah.
playable demons.
Maybe? I don't know. I'm not sure if that's push. That might be pushing the 15 a little bit. I mean, there is a lot there technically. I mean, you get a lot of a little bit of shit. Like you get like one of like basically everything, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Eh.
Gotta get those taunts, weapon skins and stuff.
Get a different variety of that air hump that I got in the beta.
Yeah, exactly.
And the squeak is nice to help with that.
Yeah.
This is one of the worst season passes I've ever seen in my whole life to me.
Yeah.
Why in the fuck do these companies sell map packs for $15? And especially Doom, that's probably going to live and die by its multiplayer, even though it is great. Who the fuck knows? And now you're going to segment the fucking community with the fucking demons and the weapons should be fucking free. I'm sorry. They should be fucking free. The maps, $15.
For 3 maps each.
I just don't understand how people sit here and go, the Battlefront season pass is fucking bullshit.
It's only
$15
$10 more.
$15, but Doom, that's okay.
It's only $10.
It's Bethesda fucking Bethesda. Yeah.
It's only
like,
$10 more than the Doom season pass.
It's like, no, you don't know. Season fucking, they need to do it like Halo. Halo 5 is doing DLC flawlessly. Yes, there's microtransactions, but you don't have to fucking buy them. I've not bought one single microtransaction, and I have got fucking a ton of maps and shit from that game for free. $15. If this goes on sale, maybe, because I really enjoy playing that fucking beta, and this just kind of really is frustrating. You know? It's stupid.
It's not really for free. It's this thing called buying a video game and, you know, getting things to play in the video game. Like, I don't want to think of it in terms of like, oh, they give this stuff for free, they're giving stuff. Like, no, like, I already bought the game,
Yeah.
and I'm getting that. And that's kind of what's owed to people that are paying.
No, it's
That
called
much.
buying a game, spending like $20 to $30 for DLC, seeing the download is only like a gig, and realizing that, oh, most of this was probably on the disc. It was just locked.
The Outer Rim DLC for Battlefront is 1.1 megabytes.
Yeah. So
If you
which
go to
means
the
it's already on
PlayStation
the
Store
disc.
and want to buy just that DLC, it is 1.1 megabytes, which means it has to be on the disc. There's no fucking way. That's bullshit, man. I'm not saying that everything should be free. I'm just saying, why can't they make
Complete games.
more campaign content?
That'd be cool.
Actually, give it a campaign.
That's something
It
that
is-
I
it
feel
is
you
having a
sell,
campaign.
or at least you include in this, and then it just feels a little bit better. Weapons, like, come on, man, that shit should be fucking free.
Yeah.
Man. Imagine if in Halo 5 you had to pay to use the Halo 2 battle rifle or the
Oof.
gravity hammer. How fucking everybody
Or
would be
the,
pissed off, but
or the-
because it's Doom, because it's Bethesda, because it's id Software, everybody thinks it's okay. It's just fucking bullshit to me.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, it's a bit of the issue of again the fucking jaded. Because I mean, that's the thing. I'm kind of in the same boat. I probably would, if only get the season's pass if it was on sale. Anyway, that's how I am with most season passes. Anyway, but I look at it as, at least I feel like sometimes I've seen some worse shit. Like I sat through Evolve and it's 2 seasons passes that it had, and I mean, like that was terrible.
I mean, yeah, there is worse, but I'm just saying this isn't good.
No.
Yeah.
In my opinion. And it's just kind of weird to me because Bethesda, to me, as a publisher and a game developer, is always kind of for the player, and for its fans type of thing, and is really kind of pro-consumer almost. It feels like, especially like yes, Fallout 4 season pass is $50, but you are getting a assload of content with that. The one DLC that they're putting out next month is $25, and that's all they've announced so far, but that thing is huge, and then they're adding more, so it's kind of like, well, you did that's really good, why not? I mean, what the fuck is this shit? Just my opinion.
I was thinking about this the other day, and I mean, what people were saying, I don't know, people are still saying oh, it's gonna happen where games are just gonna screw people. It's happening.
It's already happening.
The Division, people. I mean, that was an actual game that came out that was falsely advertised to people, that has a season's pass, that was, I mean, very little outside of visual and graphic creativity and focusing on that. The game had very little character and story, and they sold people this, and people bought it, and people defend it. They did it with Destiny, the falsely advertising game, giving people very little content. They did it with Battlefront. I mean, it's happening right now. You know what I mean? And sometimes I think oh, before long they're really gonna start doing it. I mean, they are doing it. When you look at even Madden now has was it Madden Ultimate Team stuff where you buy things. It's Madden still actually puts out what people play. You can play football, right? And NBA you can play basketball, but I mean, it's it's happening, and it's here. It's already they're among us.
Yeah,
And it just kind of sucks to really just to take notice of that sometimes.
I mean, DLC and season passes and stuff will probably never go away because games, at least AAA games, are always going to get more and more and more expensive where they got to make their money. Mm-hmm. This is their way of selling you a game that costs more than $60 without raising that base price, and then everybody bitches. Because games now should probably be $70 or $80.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
And games are cheaper than ever. Back in the day, games used to be $100 on that, Super Nintendo, N64, all that shit. So it's game development costs keep going up, but here's your price. Yeah. That doesn't change, so they got to think of new ways. And the only thing that I think gets to everybody is that those new ways can be bullshit sometimes. Yeah. Free to play or microtransactions or just really bad season passes that just don't feel like they're what you get is what you pay for type of thing with say Star Wars Battlefront, stuff like that. That's the thing that gets me sometimes. I'm totally fine with paying for extra content. I bought the season pass for Fallout 4, I bought it for fucking The Witcher. Those are good values to me because they're also
content.
What's that?
But don't disc lock content.
Yeah, I mean that's fucked up. But yeah, I don't know.
I would actually prefer. I would buy games if they cost $80, $90. If everything of that was in the game, and it wasn't just about making numbers work and playing for, the financial report instead of actually giving content. Instead of Destiny stringing people along with okay, we'll put out this, and Not that I'm saying that's great content or terrible content. It's just the fact of, stringing people along. They want to keep numbers there instead of, I don't know. Like, I would pay $80, $90 for The Witcher. Like, I honestly would have. And
some games should totally be that.
Yeah, I just don't think that, $60 for Battlefront and then $50 more, or paying for the big bonus edition to begin with, $120. I just don't think that's, I don't know. I would much rather pay $80, $90 for a good game that has a lot of stuff that's honest to people.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of,
Yeah. I agree.
instead of, just outright false advertising.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just seeing that more and more these days.
What's kind of fucked is that, how many times have you seen Battlefront on sale and it's special edition on sale and all that stuff, but you have not seen a season pass with
Yeah, exactly.
Not even like $10 off or anything.
Nope.
It's kind of
And
like, okay.
with that $80, $90 price that I think video games should have, every game should have an honest demo.
Yeah.
I mean, like an honest demo, not just sectioned off of like, oh, well, you can kind of play this.
That's
I mean, like
a demo that's not called a beta
Yeah.
as well.
yeah. Like Destiny allowed me to play through all of the Cosmodrome, like everything of that,
Cool.
before I decided whether or not I wanted to buy the game. And I mean, however you feel about Destiny, I thought that was a good opportunity to show players like this is, how much is here and everything.
Back in the day, there used to be a fucking lot of demos.
I remember
that would come
playing
out.
fucking
It's
the
awesome.
demo for Left 4 Dead 2.
Yeah,
I remember playing it
it's
here.
great. Yeah,
And like, I agree with the $80, $90 price point. I'm okay with like downloadable content as long as it's like extra. It's
Yeah.
not like, hey, you kind of
Yeah,
need this to get a full
exactly.
experience.
yeah, that too.
Like, and that's the thing. Like, a game that I feel like even though I'm not the biggest fan of the game, Unity kind of did that. I felt like with the whole Dead Kings, that was just extra. That wasn't,
Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
It's a
It's
great
just
example.
extra.
I mean, the Baba Yaga and Cold Darkness Awakened, just it's extra shit. And they're trying a couple different things with it too, and it's extra.
Far
it's cool.
Cry.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed has done a pretty good job with that most of the time.
And even some, like, I feel like it's gotten a little worse. I don't understand the difference in my mind, but I feel like getting like map packs in like Call of Duty has changed over the years. Whereas like back with like I'd be a lot more willing, and I did pay for like all the map packs in Modern Warfare 2. Yet like Advanced Warfare and Ghost, I was a little more wary about that. You know what I mean? Like it just almost even feels different. Like I got the feeling like, oh, this is extra. Whereas again, now you could argue it's like, oh yeah, we just didn't make it. And also they tried to make your money back, making you pay $60 for what 16 maps, which
Yeah,
But I mean, making maps ain't cheap. I mean, in that kind of a thing, they put out like what 3-4 Call of Duty maps per thing. I mean, I don't understand. I mean, I don't know what goes into game development. Maybe that is like, hey, for the amount of work that we got to put into these maps and probably per sale, maybe that is,
could be.
how much
I
it has to cost.
I would love if a publisher actually came out and was upfront with that stuff and said, "Hey,
This is how much it's got to cost.
This
to
is
get
how
this
much
shit.
it costs, or this is how much time it takes. This is why it's $50." But none of them fucking do that. That would be awesome if they did that. Then I would maybe be a little bit more like, okay, I can understand that. It took a lot of man hours to make this shit, and I'm sure it still does. But it's just for a perception thing. It just
No,
It's a little fucked.
I get you entirely.
One thing that's like on the point of that, well, it has to do with that, but it's kind of off topic. Did Battlefront change anything about how many heroes and villains they're putting in the game? Because I was just thinking, Outer Rim, they put one hero and one villain, and they only announced like 4 total.
Yeah.
Does that mean like the next one we're not going to get anyone, or they're going to put 2 more people and that's going to be it?
And then it's the same price, but you're getting less.
Yeah.
Like that's like another thing. It's like the same price point where it's like technically when you think about it, and it's a little weird to think about. the Dark Below and the House of Wolves are the same price, where you're definitely getting more bang for your buck out of House of Wolves. Again, Dark Below was on disc, and House of Wolves added some actual shit to it, but that's an interesting.
I think those two DLCs are more of a ripoff than paying $15 for a map pack, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Those
but
DLCs were like.
I get what Keith's saying.
House of Wolves should have been $15. Dark Below should have been fucking $10.
I would say
Five, yeah.
5.
I mean, all you're really paying for there is the raid.
Yeah.
I mean, that strike's awesome, but the fucking story missions are a joke. You know? Like, yeah, could be a little fucked. Speaking of Bethesda and stuff, though, Fallout 4 second DLC, Wasteland Workshop, comes out April 12th, just like everything ever. On April 12th, we have this, The Division's big update, Destiny's big update, Ratchet & Clank, Dark Souls 3. I thought there's something else, too, but there's a lot. April 12th.
I don't know.
Wasteland Workshop's $5, and it basically turns Fallout 4 into Pokemon in slavery. You can capture raiders and enslave them, and then make them fight each other.
And that's with people, though. That's weird. It's okay to do it
in the
with,
apocalypse. Anything goes, man.
Yeah, it's okay to do it with non-humans, but humans, that's weird. Actually, I was joking. It's not okay to do it with non-humans. But it's just weird. It sounds like some kind of weird sex slave stuff.
Yeah, I mean, they do.
I don't know why my mind goes straight there, but I just think of some weird...
With certain quests and stuff in the Fallout universe, they have dealt with slavery and stuff, so...
They have sex
it is a thing.
I wouldn't doubt
I
it.
don't know.
Wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, you could just find a raider, bring it back to your fucking...
And just...
village or whatever the fuck it's called. Get your dick wet.
Like Princess Leia or something.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
Oh, is it male and female raiders?
I think there's both.
I think so.
Okay.
No, it's just male. Sorry.
Maybe we should start something. Fallout 4.
I don't care. It's an RPG. I can play the role of gay survivor that's looking for his son.
Good. Very much.
Or I could play as a female, and then God will be happy. It's heterosexual sex.
Yeah. Oh, last big
He
thing.
won't be smiting anyone.
Kinda. Final Fantasy VII, we talked about before, the remake, has been announced to be episodic, but they've kind of cleared it up a little bit more. That each episode is going to be the size of a full-length game, and will be the size of Final Fantasy 13. So 40 to 60 hours per game.
That's fine.
With the full game price to boot.
Yes.
For every single part.
There's a little politician thing going on there.
That's probably $180 right there. But that's for probably right around 150 hours.
Yeah, 150, 180 hours.
I mean, my only thing is what? Final Fantasy VII is what? Probably a 30 to 40 hour game, and so it's like, how you gonna stretch that shit out?
Didn't people spend more time in the game than that?
I mean, you probably could. I mean, I'm saying that's probably the average.
You could just stand there with the console.
Technically, yeah, you could do the chocobo races, which are you could put money.
The what races?
It's like a giant chicken.
What is it called?
A chocobo.
That sounds racist. I don't think it's racist. That sounds racist. In some world, it's in Star Wars. That's a racist term for some race out there. That's something. I don't know if it's racist, but I'm pretty sure it's racist.
The whole second disc is nothing but chocobo racing. Everything is about that. That's all that matters. I mean,
What
it's
about
also
his
not
big sword. That's in the game, right?
Yeah.
He has a big sword. All right,
That's
cool.
it's not episodic necessarily. They're all coming out at the same
You have
time.
sex slaves in that game?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm asking you.
You can dress up as a chick. You can dress up as a chick and get followed by a bunch of guys.
Oh, cool.
That happens.
I don't really understand why this game has to be broken up, but
I don't either.
dollars. It has that Final Fantasy VII name on it. It has that fucking hype train behind
Who's
it.
Square Enix makes this, right? They
Square
probably
Enix.
they don't get a lot of money, do they? They're gonna
They
need to
do
make some money.
Right? I mean,
Yeah.
this will sell. Then that's the thing. And so they're like, this is already going to sell. Let's just make more money off of it. Which, I mean, here's the thing. If it has the content, I'm kind of okay with it. But my only problem is, again, then they're probably dividing the story up into thirds, which means basically the rest probably of the time, probably half of it's going to be nothing but side missions.
Then how do they split up a game that's like 30 to 40 hours into like 60-hour, 50 to 60-hour segments?
They're adding a lot of new content.
Okay. It's kind of turning into an open world game. I mean, Final Fantasy VII kind of was a little bit already, but they're like full out.
There were sections of the city of Midgar that you could not explore, and now the whole thing's open.
So they're adding like brand new.
So now it's open, and there's all new stuff.
Apparently, they're changing the story too.
Which is fine.
This, like, I don't understand it. I think it's stupid that they're doing it. Just make it one fucking game. This could work out to be fine. My only thing is how much time in between sections. I mean, if you have to wait 2 to 3 years, then that's just
the idea that I was getting is that they're gonna put all three of them all out. Like, boom, like you can just get all three. Like they're finishing the thing. They're putting out all three. And then also, back on the last topic, if they're changing the story and they're making length, make Aerith more than just a plot device. And she's kind of just a walking plot device in the original story. That's all she was. Make her actually an interesting character.
When is 15 coming out?
September 30th.
So this is probably going to have to shuffle all those out before September or something.
This isn't coming out.
No.
Oh, okay.
This,
I thought they were putting it out this year. I was going to say, if they're putting it out this year, they'd have to shuffle it all out before then. But then next year will be like wide open.
What are we seeing first? The first part of this game or Kingdom Hearts 3?
We're going to see the third part of this game first. And then the first part. Then we're going to go back to the second
I'm going to say
part.
Kingdom Hearts because, again, I solely think that they are going to try to put all three parts out at the same time. Just, and then get the money out of it. Because that's just going to piss people off if they're not going to get the whole game. Like, sure, you can split it up and put all three parts out at the same time, and then you can kind of buy them, but then buy them and finish them when you get to it. Instead of, like, you beat the game. If you sit there and you play the game hardcore for, like, 2 or 3 weeks, and then, boom, you beat it. And you basically beat the game. And you could probably, maybe probably right around a month, you could, if you do nothing but play that game, you could probably do everything. And then it's like, oh, now I have to wait another 5 months for the next.
What if they put it out like every month intervals?
At that point, again, put them all at the same time.
Yeah, that's true.
And so then I think that because of that, then they're going to try to get the whole thing done. So then, and it sounds like they're just starting development on this. So I'd say Kingdom Hearts 3. So that's my vote.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for this. I mean, Final Fantasy VII is a cool game.
Anyway.
I gotta play that fucking PS4 version sometime.
I'll get it started here soon.
When's that Dream Sequence one coming out? Isn't there like a whole new thing coming out?
No, the Dream Sequence was the 15 demo. That's the whole 15 demo, is the Dream Sequence. Because that's what that whole thing is the dream, so.
How's that Sunset Overdrive for Ratchet and Clank coming out? Running out of time.
I was gonna have it. Well,
Tuesday.
I might not be able to. I'm gonna try. I mean, that means I have Monday because I'm busy all weekend. So I didn't bring my my Xbox with me when I went to my dad's. So I basically have I have Monday. I'm like 3 hours into the game. Fuck it, let's do it.
If you just blow through the story, you can probably get it done.
Yeah, I beat the first Tomb Raider game in like one day.
I did it in...
Well, not the very first one, but the first PlayStation 3.
I did in like 3 sittings.
Okay. I wasn't asking you, but okay.
Everybody's being an ass to keep that, man.
If you wanted to flinch back, I would have flinched. I would have flipped your dick.
I finally platinumed Far Cry Primal and then immediately deleted it off my thing. I'm like, I had fun with this, but I have no reason to come back to this game. It was okay.
More time to play Evolve.
Yeah, exactly.
I finally got my platinum in Rocket League last night. I was taking around and
nice.
Finally got my first plat.
My first plat.
Yeah. I'm up to 10. Frank has blown me away, dude. He's up to 20.
I was gonna say he's up to like 20. I'm up.
Frank
to like
has no life.
Frank has a life.
Frank has like what did he? He spent the whole month of March just platinuming shit, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I mean, he's
he goes for plats anyway.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
like he spent like that whole month like A plats getting bunch of
Yeah.
I wonder if A Plats has any plats.
I'll look. I'm friends with him.
Or like baseball or something, probably.
He probably has a platinum. Yeah, in every MLB game every year
You
comes
go
out.
like this, like.
Alright,
I'm a
what's
T-Rex.
What's the next topic?
Yeah, let's move on to some musical stuff.
Since we're already at an hour and we're only covered like video games.
Not much else to happen.
Yeah, music. Let Live is putting out "If I'm the Devil" June 10th. Isn't Let Live your jam? Your jam?
I used to listen. I haven't listened to them a long time. I stopped caring about stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if they're watching,
that?
sorry, I don't care. If you anymore. I don't know why they would be
The
watching.
care meter's like down
Gone.
here.
Yeah.
Sonata Arctica, Leaves Eyes, and Omnium Gatherum are touring.
The fuck?
Watch your mouth.
I'm hopefully going to be going to that, mostly for Omnium Gatherum because they were with Dark Tranquility, and I missed them.
You know how
The
to see
funny
that
part
band?
is that Dark Tranquility and then this tour are within 1 week of each other in November. So I'm like, God damn it. Something's going to happen. I know something's going to fucking happen.
When is it? November?
Yeah.
Blizzard.
It sounds like you just need to gather them all together.
Oh! Yeah, it's gonna be a
One
blizzard,
place.
and we're gonna be snowed in for a week. So
Yeah.
sorry, and it's gonna start the first day of whatever show comes first, and it's gonna end on that day, and then the next day it'll be open. It's like,
What day is it? When is this show?
November 9th.
Oh, okay. Yeah, snow then.
Yeah.
If it was like July, it would snow.
Probably. Or if it would be like a fucking tornado that tore apart
Hurricane.
Philly or
it'll
something.
be a hurricane.
Yeah.
2012 would happen.
Yeah.
You have like no luck in like trying to see this band.
Nope. That sucks. If I see Dark Tranquility, it would be my second time when it should have been my fourth. And I have tickets up in my fucking little box that I keep my tickets in. A Jeff Gordon lunchbox that I got when I was really little, and I just throw all my tickets in there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's that. And Lacuna Coil is putting
Lacuna
out...
Coil?
Yeah. is putting out Delirium May 27th. They also announced a tour.
That fucking
Them.
new song.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking bad.
The new song, The House of Shame, that they put out. Very surprising. Very good. We reviewed it, and you should check it out. I'm kind of intrigued by this album now.
Was that song you were listening to when I got here?
No.
No.
That was Skyover. And we were jamming like fucking Hatebreed.
Chimera. For sure.
Yeah.
That was us. It was great.
Yeah, not a whole lot going on in the musical world right now. Scotty said AC/DC should stop.
Yeah, they should.
That's true.
Again,
Fucking Slayer covered Freebird or whatever.
Disturbed. They were on Conan the other night and they played that Simon and Garfunkel song.
I actually kind of like it. Like it has a whole different mood than the original.
It was really auto-tuned live.
oh,
Not that that's like a bad thing, because I know a lot of people use it, but it was like...
you can tell. It's noticeable.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were parts where you could like tell. This is what you just said. Just to clarify on that.
Yeah, I watched that fucking
Back to
video
you.
of the Freebird thing. I thought that was pretty rad.
Yeah.
It's just, especially when you just hear Slayer with Alex Skolnick.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, Kerry King. Kerry King wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. Kerry King's, likes himself too much.
Yeah.
Hang on, I want to investigate because I believe 2 other bands announced new albums.
Metallica?
No.
Pantera?
Megadeth? Led Zeppelin?
Hell Yeah announced their new album.
They're gonna be 20 around here.
Undeniable with Undeniable spelled UNDEN exclamation point ABLE.
Unden.
That comes out June 3rd.
Abel.
And they put out a new song called Human. Because I listened to that song earlier today. It's a Hell Yeah song. For sure. Hell yeah
Hell
it
yes.
is.
Damn it.
And then I'm going to research something.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, it's old news, but can we talk about the Venom movie? like a couple weeks ago. We talked about
Last week. Yeah.
last week.
Oh, wow. I just went through puberty again.
Before we get into that last musical thing, Volbeat announced their new album,
Oh, fuck right.
Seal the Deal in Let's Boogie,
Wow.
coming out June 3rd.
Great name.
I'll fucking listen to it. Why not?
That is a great fucking name. I don't like Volbeat at all, but that's a great fucking name for an album. And they put out a new song called The Devil's Bleeding Crown.
Cool song name. I'll give it, man.
Yeah.
But,
Anyways.
yeah, so we talked about that, and I said they're making a Venom movie and has literally nothing to do with Spider-Man. Like anything, like it's Sony trying to say we can still make good superhero movies, but they probably can't. And they got a director for it. What's the guy's name?
Ridley Scott.
Josh Trank, I guess?
Josh Trank. He's famous for making 2 really bad superhero movies. He made Green Lantern, and he made the most recent Fantastic Four.
No. Just no.
So I'm just like, no. Like, this movie was already kind of doomed to fail at first when they mentioned that, it's going to have nothing to do with Spider-Man. And I'm like, well, what the hell are you going to... Like, it's not going to have any Spider-Man villains in it because they're trying to completely distance it from it. It's like,
So it's just Venom.
It's Venom, and they're kind of making their own thing. Like, and they might introduce Carnage because it has to do with it, but, like they're going to try
Isn't he
to...
a Spider-Man villain?
He is. But,
So
I mean...
they can't...
But they might, like...
So is
there
Venom
might
a
be
good
some
guy
separate-
now?
Probably
Is
an
it just going to be
anti-hero.
him murdering people?
Yeah, probably.
And there's no Spider-Man to stop him?
Nope. He's just gonna murder people. That's just gonna be the whole movie.
Awesome. Maybe they'll bring in the Fantastic Four to stop him.
Yeah, give that. Give that back to the. What if Sony bought the Fantastic Four out from underneath Marvel? They're like, boom, we're taking this. Somehow, I don't know how the legality of that situation would work, but boom, they're just like, it's ours now.
Wait, Fantastic Four belongs to
Fox.
Marvel?
Right now the movie rights belong to Fox, but after the flop, that was the most recent one. I wouldn't be surprised if in a couple years, Fox is probably going to stay away from a Fantastic Four movie, and it'll go back to Marvel.
That'd be smart.
There's a couple things. I'm just reading a little article here on what you're saying about Josh Trank and the Venom movie. Is that it says here that yes, he directed Fantastic Four, but also some of the things that happened weren't his fault.
Yeah,
like Fox did fuck with that movie.
Yeah, they did
a lot. And they slashed his budget and all kinds of shit. So that could be that. And it also says here another good point is that Josh Trank needs to redeem himself because Michael B. Jordan redeemed himself.
You're reading the
Kate
same
Mara
article.
redeemed himself.
You're reading the same article I
movie
did.
movie pilot.
Herself.
Yeah, herself.
Kate Mara redeemed himself.
And so yeah, I mean that's pretty.
I mean that's a good point. It's just that this isn't the movie to try that with. Just think, forget that he's doing this, and look at it saying again they're doing Venom. It has nothing to do with Spider-Man, which Spider-Man is almost he's really linked with the Venom origin. And Venom's powers are literally the same as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So it's like. And again, they're trying to differentiate it. So, you're not going to see any villains that they use in the Spider-Man movies from here on out in the Venom movies. And so it's like...
wish... Sorry.
They're just going to use B-list Spider-Man villains. They're going to whip out... They're going to whip out Shocker. And boom, and it's like, who the fuck's this guy? Nobody gives a fuck about the Shocker.
Gonna whip out
It
Vulture.
could be okay. You never really know about this. I mean, it looks bad to begin with, but it's one of the things. There's always a chance. There's not a big chance, but there's a chance.
I'm not getting my hopes up.
I just wish that Sony just would not make Spider-Man movies, man. That they didn't have the license because they make a movie and then they go, this sucks. Let's do it again, and they reboot it. They never ever get to explore Spider-Man's universe because they constantly just fucking reboot shit. Oh, this Spider-Man sucks. Let's just fucking do another one. Let's reboot it. Let's do it again.
You're right, that guy from
It's
that 70s show to play him
Just
again.
fucking give your shit back to Marvel and let them fucking...
That's kind of another
Come
thing
on,
is that people have been waiting for a Venom movie, kind of it's basically the same situation as Deadpool was. They kind of fucked Venom in the Spider-Man 3, so now people have been waiting for a Venom movie to redeem him. they fucked Deadpool and X-Men Origins Wolverine, and they did that. I mean, I understand Sony not wanting to give that shit up because, I mean, Spider-Man is probably the biggest cash cow. And they've done good movies. I mean, a little over half of the movies they've done have been good. The Amazing Spider-Man 1, I thought was good. I thought was really good. And then the first 2 Spider-Man movies were good. It's just that Spider-Man 3, no. And Amazing Spider-Man 2, also no. Like, it's just... But I get what you're saying. They just keep rebooting it. And it's like, they should have just stuck it out. Like, prove that they can make a good and amazing Spider-Man movie. I mean, yeah, Andrew Garfield's getting old. He's in his 30s. How can he play a guy who's in, like, you know...
Yeah.
He looks young.
He looks very young, though.
But by the time they would have gotten this movie, the next Amazing Spider-Man movie wasn't supposed to come out until 2018.
Look at that kid from the Jungle Book. The Jungle Book movie they're making now. The kid.
He's like... I don't know.
So?
Yeah, I mean...
Gets bit by a spider. He's Spider-Man now. Get bit by Thor. He gets bit by Thor's Thor now.
He gets bit by Thor. He's Thor now.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
Thor is a werewolf. But, yeah. It's just... Technically, that news is like a month old, but like still.
You know, Marvel's going to make a great Spider-Man movie, hopefully. And then Sony... And then they're going to be like, okay, well, we can't make Spider-Man movies anymore. And then Sony's going to be like... Let's reboot it!
They kind of announced what maybe the title would be for the next Spider-Man movie. Apparently it's supposed to be called Spider-Man Homecoming. Is what they registered a website. Marvel did. Sony and Marvel did. So I don't know if they
It's his homecoming back to Marvel.
Yeah, that's what it is. And there is a storyline that's kind of related to the Civil War that's called Homecoming that they could base it off of. Which, as it's rumored that both Captain America and Iron Man will be in the movie, they're both in that storyline. So could be interesting.
Also, related to comic book movies, Wonder Woman's release date got moved up. It's now went from like June 23rd to June 2nd, something like that.
Okay.
DC announced 2 more movies in their DC extended universe. Did not say what they are. One comes out in 2018, the other one 2019, I want to say.
It'll probably be the Man of Steel and Batman movies.
That's what I was thinking.
More likely than not, because, I mean, they've been wanting to do those. I can understand the Batman one, but don't know. No, it's just leave Superman dead.
Leave Superman alone.
It blows my mind that Batman v Superman had a $250 million budget before marketing. And they marketed the shit out of this fucking movie.
It's weird to think that a year ago, a little less than a year ago, there was those rumors right around San Diego Comic-Con that Batman vs. Superman got a standing ovation during its first thing. And I thought about that after. I was like, what fucking movie were these guys watching? They got a standing ovation once the movie was done. I'm like, what? Alright.
Yeah.
The standing ovation because the dirt moved. They were so excited.
They just really wanted to stretch their legs and get out of there. That's why they were all standing up. They were just like, oh, yeah, okay, let's go. Alright.
Okay.
Alright.
All these games you can purchase right now. World Gig on the Oculus Rift and the Vive.
Neat.
Green Game, Time Swapper.
Excellent.
So like the Green Day game?
Yeah. Assassin's Creed Chronicles Trilogy Pack on the Vita.
Sweet.
Dead Star on the PS4 and the PC. That's free.
Awesome.
Dirt Rally on Xbox One and PS4. That's a good game.
Great.
Enter the Gungeon on PS4 and PC.
Swell.
Damn it.
Job Simulator on PC.
Radical.
There you go.
Okay.
Lovely Planet on PS4 and Wii U.
Groovy.
Quantum Break on Xbox One and PC.
Stellar.
Splendid.
Stick Bold, a dodgeball adventure on PS4. It's a 4-player dodgeball game.
Stick Bold.
Yeah.
What's that on?
PS4 and Xbox One.
What kind of game is it?
It's like there's
fuck off.
There's an arena.
First of all,
there's an arena. It's only 4-player. Like couch
I mean,
co-op.
is it something like Is it like? I mean, how do I ask this? Is it like modeled players, like some kind of like map?
Oh no, it's like fucking.
Or is it
like
2D?
It's like no, it's kind of like 2.5D. It's kind of got a camera angle up here. It's
like a
it's
top
cartoonish
down.
looking.
Okay.
And it's just like a little arena, and then it's twin stick. So it's dodgeball, and you can run up and just push the shit out of your players, or you can fuck with stuff in the environment to fuck people up and knock them out of the arena and stuff. It looks pretty fucking fun. 4-player couch co-op, not online.
We should try that. Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
we should still try that sometime.
Yeah, I mean, I could see.
I have a controller.
Being a
I have a controller.
I have both my controllers.
Oh!
have two.
I only have one because I'm a lonely bastard.
Music.
Okay, yeah. I'm not lonely. I have one because I live within my means. I don't need more. God damn it. With culture these days, kids having more than one controller, the fuck gives.
Kids have more than one meme.
Dang.
Kids have more than one dang meme.
Cult of Luna in Julie Christmas with Mariner.
I thought that came out.
Progressive.
Oh wait, that's band. I mean that's music. That's not band.
Yeah,
That's music. I thought they came out last week.
that's bad.
Whatever,
All these
man.
new bands you can buy. Progressive post metal.
Yeah, right. I'm already on a
Buy
better
yourself a
track
beer.
record than I was last week. Fuck
Deftones with Gore.
Oh
This
wow,
album
that came out.
is
Huh.
fucking awesome. I love it.
Good. Listen to that band.
It is great. Era with Drift. Progressive
Wind
metalcore.
Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
Furious metal.
Isan with Arctis.
Stoner.
Progressive.
Wow. Progressive. A lot of
That one's
progressive
actually pretty
this
cool too. Zach Wild with Book of Shadows 2.
week. Rock.
Hard rock.
Southern rock.
Okay.
It's
Southern
like it's kind of like it's
Seven.
acoustic. It's pretty cool.
I'll say yes.
I only listened to the one song he put out called "Sleeping Dogs," and I thought it was really great. So
Like the
I'm gonna
game?
check that out.
Nah.
All hail the Yeti with screams from a black wilderness.
Well, that's
That's
Stoner,
fucking
right?
stoner.
Stoner.
Southern Yeti core.
Yeti core.
Southern Yeti core.
Wow.
That's great.
Bog of the Infidel. Asleep in the arms of suicide.
Oh,
Black
hardcore.
metal.
Black metal.
Yeah.
Ah, damn it! I was.
Well, I
As soon
mean,
as they mentioned suicide.
Gee, I was gonna say. Never mind. I was gonna say jihad metal, but.
well, I mean, parts of you will be black afterwards.
We live in a free country.
Ain't
Uh,
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there is, but not with what you said.
Yeah.
Disaster.
Wow.
The Oath of an Iron Ritual.
Disaster metal.
That's power. No, power metal. I'm sticking with it.
Black
Powerless
and
metal.
Black and thrash.
Acoustic.
Doogie White in the La Paz with Shut Up and Rock.
Rock.
Spelled R-A-W-K.
Rock.
Heavy metal.
Oh,
Wow.
Shut up, and rock.
Double Experience with Unsaved Progress.
Video game metal.
Nerdy Neo Rock.
I'm close to
Double
fucking
experience.
no. I'm counting that as a victory for me.
The Glorious Rebellion with Euphoric.
Power.
Rebel Core. Inherent Disease with Ephemeral.
Death.
Technical Death
Oh,
Metal.
I was half right.
Tech death.
Tech death.
Left Behind with Seeing Hell.
Last of Us metal.
Nice.
Death.
Hardcore.
Wow, I'm off today.
Mad Hatter's Den with Excelsior.
Psychedelic metal.
Heavy metal.
Fuck.
Palace of Worms with The Ladder.
Black.
Why did I say suicide? I was going to say black metal.
Black metal.
I was thinking earlier when I said because the band had suicide on the show, why not?
No. Uh-oh.
Close enough.
Rage Hammer with The Hammer Doctor.
Power metal. Please tell me it's power metal.
Heavy metal.
Hardcore.
That can only be power metal.
Heavy
Thrash.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Okay.
hardcore. Okay. Rage Hammer. That's great.
Red Wizard with Cosmosis.
That's fucking
Stoner.
power metal.
Stoner.
Oh.
Yeah.
Throw the Fight with Transmissions.
Hardcore.
Metalcore
Penis.
or something.
Is it literally
something.
or something? God damn it.
Last one. Woad with their self-titled Woad. Like,
Whoa.
Like WODE.
Progressive.
Black metal.
Yeah.
Someone ripped a nasty fucking fart.
Yeah, I know. I've been smelling that for like the
It was
last
definitely
couple
not
of
me.
That wasn't me,
It's
bro.
definitely not me.
I would
I
definitely
didn't do-
claim it if it was me.
I was gonna say, yeah, that'd be all over that being like. So. Wasn't me.
Probably your fucking cat's taking a shit in the litter box.
I ain't seen a cat
I haven't
lately.
seen a cat's coming down.
But I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah.
breakdowns.
Breakdowns. Yeah.
Yep. There's some shit happening.
Join us again next week.
For more shit to happen.
Yeah.
It
More
inevitably
stuff
will.
with thanks.
So next week will be kind of normal, and then the following weekend
We'll have a little special episode.
will be something different. So
Yeah, cool.
Because it'll also be our 75th episode.
it's true.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Almost 100 episodes of this.
Yep.